Hey, what's going on, my friends? Welcome back to the channel. Let's talk about Vicente Luque versus Tyron Woodley. This one's supposed to go down. I think it's a good fight for Tyron Woodley. Vicente Luque is ranked number 10 in the UFC welterweight rankings, so it's a fringe lower tier top 10. Luque gets to show us exactly where he's at, if he can get past a former UFC champ, and Tyron Woodley shows us where he's at, if he can get past a lower tier top 10. Good matchmaking. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so first let's start with Vicente Luque. I personally am a big fan of Luque. He's a hell of a fighter, super aggressive, goes for the kill every fight, super tough. The silent assassin's on a 2-fight win streak, 2 TKO KO stoppages. Before those 2 fights, he lost to Stephen Thompson, unanimous decision, no shame in that. Wonderboy is the man, pretty much a legend of the sport at this point. Before that Wonderboy loss, Vicente Luque was on a 6-fight win streak. Vicente Luque is a brown belt in BJJ. I would say he's primarily a striker. He has 11 knockout wins on his record, 6 wins via submission, pretty impressive, but he has a no-nonsense, come forward, in-your-face style, mixes it up on the feet, good low kicks, good kicks to the body. Luque has dangerous hands. I really like his striking. He's technical but aggressive, a balance between being technical and being a brawler. When I say brawler, I mean a guy who gets in the pocket, likes to exchange and have a war. Big fan of Vicente Luque. Tyron Woodley, of course, the UFC former welterweight champ. Unfortunately for Tyron right now, he's on a 3-fight losing skid, but he has lost to top tier competition. We're talking about Colby Covington, Gilbert Burns, who just fought for the title, and Kamaru Usman, the champ of the division. So honestly, absolutely no shame in losing to those 3 guys. But those 3 fights were winnable for Woodley. Right now, Tyron's 38. A lot of people believe he's at the end of his career. I personally think he still has it physically. I think it's a mental and confidence thing. He's about as dangerous as anybody in the division. Physical freak, a specimen, an abundance of knockout power in his hands, pretty solid wrestling. Black belt in BJJ, Division I wrestler. Woodley's wrestling is mostly defensive. He has an 87% takedown defense rate, while his takedown success rate is 40%. Definitely likes to keep it on the feet and knock you out, a la Dan Henderson, a la Chuck Liddell. Alright guys, so how could this fight possibly play out? Well, pretty evident. Vicente Luque is still on the come up, while Tyron Woodley is on a slump. Again, Woodley's losing to top tier competition, the very best in the division. With all that being said, I definitely think that Woodley is not the Tyron Woodley that we know. It's not just fighting top competition. I do think it's a mental thing. I think he's lacking confidence now, doubts himself, and it's affecting his performances. He can't pull the trigger. Now with a guy like Vicente Luque, that's bad, because he's going to come forward. He's not going to be mesmerized by you being a former champ. He's not going to care. He's going to bring it to you, similar to a guy like Matt Brown. Just one of those fighters that's going to test you and come forward. Now if Woodley's hesitant, he's not pulling the trigger, he's paralyzed, he's just going to get beat up in this fight. Luque will tear you up like a buzzsaw. Can Tyron Woodley beat Vicente Luque? Absolutely. He's got it in him to take him down, brutalize him with ground and pound, get a TKO on the mat, knock him out cold on the feet at his very best. But I don't think Tyron Woodley's at his best anymore. Something's missing. He's just not what he was for whatever reason. And the way Vicente Luque mixes things up on the feet with his aggression, his barrage of strikes, his pressure, I don't think that's going to go too well for Woodley. If you look at their stats and percentages, pretty similar. Woodley, of course, with a better takedown defense. Luque, I don't believe is going to go for a takedown anyway. His takedown defense is pretty solid. So I think style-wise and where these guys are at in their career at this moment, I think this is a tough fight for Tyron Woodley. It's winnable. I think on paper is good matchmaking because it's a step down for Woodley. He's not fighting the very best in the division. More of a guy who's coming up and getting better with every fight. That's good matchmaking. But I still think he loses this fight. I think Luque is very confident right now. He has the momentum again. And with Woodley being so hesitant and paralyzed in fights, Luque's definitely gonna exploit that. If Tyron Woodley wakes up, if he unleashes the beast and the animal again, he could run right through Vicente Luque. I just don't think that's gonna happen, guys. I'm kinda doubtful. I think it's gonna be a decision loss for Woodley. He's tough, he could take a bunch of damage. I think he's gonna hang in there, but I think Vicente Luque is gonna take it to him, put the pressure, put the heat on him, outstrike him, and win this fight. And as far as takedowns, I don't know if Woodley's aggressive enough to score consistent takedowns on Luque. I think Luque's takedown defense rate is strong enough to keep this fight on the feet at this point. Key factors I think for Luque are going to be low kicks, leg kicks, definitely what he typically does, forward pressure, volume, and to make every strike damaging. Just stay on Tyron Woodley and he's probably going to freeze up and break. Tyron Woodley, if he wants to win this fight, I think he has to mix it up. Give Vicente Luque different looks, score a takedown or two, land ground and pound if you can. When on the feet, just don't be gun shy, go for it. Pick your shots, make Vicente Luque respect you, be patient, but also be aggressive when you have to. It's that balance. Woodley just doesn't have that right now. He's just waiting and waiting for the perfect one-shot KO, and it seems like it never comes. But you have to create these openings. He used to do that. Guys were afraid of his power, they were hesitant to engage, and he needs to get some of that aura back. Don't let Vicente Luque bully you around, make him respect you, land significant shots, counter appropriately, and again, mix it up. Score those takedowns. So that's it, guys. That's a quick breakdown on this fight. These are my thoughts on the matchup. Let me know in the comment section what you think about this fight. Do you think it's winnable for Tyron Woodley? Do you think Vicente Luque is going to run through him? We'll love to read your thoughts. If this is your first time at the channel and you enjoyed the video, consider hitting that sub, guys. Like and share. Really appreciate it. And until the next breakdown and video, you all take care.